This video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Kaminki. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub, and this map is currently available for all platforms. We're going to be looking at the version 1.0 release of this map today. This map's description says this map is a small map with a Polish atmosphere. Map has got 4 farms, pigs, cows, sheep, and chickens, over 70 fields, biogas plants, 4 sell points, sawmill, and lots more. Go ahead and jump on in. We are starting this map up in new farmer mode. I will say that the description is a little bit misleading. It says that this map has 70 fields, which makes one think that this is kind of a nice sized map, but in reality, it is a very, very small map. 70 fields that are extremely small. Putting in all of our starting equipment. And here we are on the map. Now, I will say I loaded this map up with seasons before I did this video, just to see how things looked and make sure that it worked with seasons and straw harvest. And this map is not seasons prepared. It is no seasons mask, and most of the trees on this map are not seasons compatible. They look really, really bad if you load up with seasons. They are basically not Farm Sim 19 trees. I've got a feeling that this map maybe is a convert from Farm Sim 17, just based on the description, because the description explicitly states this is a small map with a Polish atmosphere for Farming Simulator 2017 in the description. So yeah, they're not. I don't think they're using Farm Sim 19 trees. And as a result, the trees don't look very good at all if you load up with seasons. And then there's this weird thing going on with these lily pads. Not really sure what's going on with them. Kind of odd. At any rate, let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA. So here we have our PDA, and typically we're zooming out to basically get the standard size PDA. Fill the screen, but we have to zoom way on in to have this map fill the screen. Take a look at the lands area. We start out by owning 3 farms: pig farm, cow farm, and the sheep farm. We are right at pig farm, but we do not own the chicken farm at the start. Interesting enough, the chicken farm is just $13,000 right across the street from the cow farm. Cow farm is $13,900. Pig farm is $16,700, and the sheep farm is $12,168. Also, if you start this map up on Farm Manager or start from scratch, do not own any of the land, and all of the animal triggers are missing. Okay, so the farmhouses are still there, but the animal triggers are gone. And you can't buy them back. You can't put them back down. So, if you want to play this map with animals, you must start in new farmer mode. Must. Alright, we do have a biogas plant on the map. Biogas plant is $26,800. We have, as I said, small fields. I think the biggest field here is maybe field 1. Field 4. Well, that's area 4. I think field 1 is the biggest field on the map. Just 1.47 acres in size. $35,500. Other fields are going to be around that half acre. A little bit smaller, a little bit larger in size. Pretty much $15,000. $19,000, $13,000. Pretty cheap land here. But we're also talking about really small fields and pretty small contracts. I mean, here we go, $1,300 to do a field of potatoes. Lease the equipment, it's reduced by $66. Might not be that hard of a field to do, potatoes, but I don't think I'd take any other potato comp. We do have our standard crops here available on Farm Sim 19, excluding cotton. Notice cotton is not listed here. Wheat, barley, oats, sunflower, soybean, corn, potato, sugar beet, oilseed radish, poplar, grass, sugarcane. No cotton is listed here. Do see cotton listed in the sell prices right there. That is kind of interesting. We have one main sell point here for most of our crops. We also have a sell point for wool, 2 sell points for eggs and milk. We have our sawmill, and then the barn. If we don't own the biogas plant, the barn will accept our hay, straw, grass, and silage. And if we activate the straw harvest add-on, you can see that the barn will also accept our pellets. Look at the vehicles. We do start with a modest list of vehicles. All of it is owned. Do not have any animals at the start, and we've already seen that there are contracts available on the map. Take a look at that starting equipment. Start out with the Stara ST Max 105 and the Valtra A 104. The tractors range in horsepower from 100 to 105 horsepower. To the Bison Super D056 harvester, its companion D056H header, Broadman SEK 802 trailer, Polymag 300 cultivator, D830 feeder, then a pair of sheds. Now, as I mentioned, if you start this map up in Farm Manager or start from scratch, the animal areas are missing. These 2 sheds are also missing from the map if you start in either of those play modes. But unlike the animal areas where you cannot put the custom triggers down, you have the ability to put down this custom shed. Those are basically that is basically the only viable placeable that is included with the map. Can't sell or buy any additional sleep triggers. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the pig farm. Right across the street from our starting point. And the pig trigger, 300 pigs. This thing is set up for. Yeah, 300 pigs inside this building. Not quite the most realistic of capacities, but that's okay. Then have inside here our straw and food triggers. Have our water trough. And again, we activate the animal pen extension mod so we can see if the map has support for these pipes and helps identify where the water trough is located. Inside here we have the slurry and manure. Again, if we do this in Farm Manager or start from scratch, this building is here. This building does exist. Triggers inside the building are gone. Animal body trigger outside the building is gone. Slurry and the manure structures are gone. This little coal shed remains. Okay, so while the buildings stay, the actual animal triggers on all of these farms will go away if you do anything other than new farmer mode. And that's pretty much the pig farm. All of these farms are very small. Pretty much include 1 or 2 sheds, the animal trigger, and a farmhouse. And have the sleep trigger. We're going to go ahead and get set up for the fly around and take a look at the rest of the map. Don't want to get too much altitude because, well, the map is fairly small. Here we are looking to the north. We have the biogas plant. Sawmill. Here we have the chicken and cow farms. Our sell points, shop, and then we have our sheep farm. Right over here. More sell points across the street from there. And we loop back on around. And here we are at the pig farm once again. Well, quickly go over here to the shop. And over here. Haha, oriented. Quickly go back over here to the shop. We're going to get our Mahindra, drive around to the various animal farms, and sell points, and just generally check out the rest of the map. Go ahead and get our Mahindra. Shop trigger, pretty small area for our vehicles to spawn in at. Now the customized repair and sell trigger is separate from the shop. It is going to be over at a different building, not marked on the PDA. I'll show you guys where that is located. Here we have our animal dealer, as well as several other triggers. Lots of these triggers are floating. Really point out the floating ones over at the pig farm. Here we have our animal trigger, bale sell point, cotton and wool sell point. Also, up full milk, eggs, oh, not milk, go across the street here to the sheep farm. Sheep farm, once again, we have a sleep trigger. Got some general vehicle storage here. All of the vehicles that we start out with are over at the cow farm. This is our wool spawn point. Food trough, water trough, and then our sheep eye trigger is right here. 5 sheepy sheeps. 5. Whoa, where are you going? I'm in the fence. So our sheep live right here. Little area. Right here. 4 little sheeps. Never get to go beyond this little area. Really small sheep pen. And that pretty much is the sheep farm. Not a lot going on here. Oh, here's my buddy. Guys, staple on most Polish maps. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Here we have a sell point for our eggs and milk. already seen the pig farm, which is right down there. Here we have a bulk lime point right there. We have our biogas plant and the digester ramp. Get into the digester. Gestate trigger, and then we have our coal silage bunker right there. Get the chaff trigger way out here. Way out here we get the chaff trigger versus at the walls. Ends out fair bit on this side also. Here we have our sawmill, so we have our log trigger right here, then our log cell activation point. Then we have our wood chips over here. I think the sawmill would have this brush and everything cleared out. You know, since they're already equipped to deal with wood and all. Head on down this road here. And let's go ahead and take a look at this cell point. Yep, this is the main cell point for most of our crops. Look around here, and here's your tip in. The shop is right there. Whoa, narrow road. Narrow road. Supposed to be just one way. And this is your customized repair and sell point. Here's the vehicle shop, customized repair and sell. A little bit removed from the shop. Head on over here and check out the last two farms on this map. Include the chicken and the cow farms. Now the chicken farm. Sleep trigger. So lots of sleep triggers on the map. General equipment storage. We have our chickens. We have the food trough. We have our buy trigger for the chickens. Then we have the egg spawn point. Now across the street we have then the cow farm. Oh, chicken, you're way out here. Ada, I don't want you to get out there in the road. Get good money for you. Kind of have two entrances into the cow farm. Like I said, here we have all of our starting equipment. Final sleep trigger. Cultivator there. Around the back, we have our rest of our equipment. And this is one of the sheds that is missing in Farm Manager or Start from Scratch. Again, all the equipment is here. All of the buildings are here. Except shed, 2 sheds, and the animal triggers. They are missing. Feeder, we got our tractors, harvester. Wonder are these bales usable? Nope. Not. We have a silage bunker here for our cows. Calf trigger right around here. There. Have our manure. Slurry is on the other side, hidden over here. Milk trigger. Have our food and straw and water triggers inside the building here. Then we have our cow buy point. That, guys, is pretty much the map. That is Kaminki. Find this map over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this little map? Little Polish map with a little bit of attitude. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.